There we go. Good evening, Facebook. As usual, Thursday nights. Tom Carradine here. It's Carradine's Cockney sing-along. Just thought we'd get quorum, make sure everyone's here. We're trying out a new sound system this evening, new microphones. So hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a wave. So hello, we've got some people watching. Brilliant. Colin's watching. Fantastic. That's great. Faye can hear me. Obviously on her phone as well. There we go. I'm glad that's all coming through and working fine. Amanda, thank you for watching. Well, it's Thursday. I don't know where this week's gone, really. After being a bit down and depressed last week, hopefully you're feeling a bit better this evening. I certainly am. It's been a lovely day, glorious day with the sun out. Hopefully you've been out in the garden. Steve's there, not the first this evening, Steve. Sorry, you were pipped at the post by Colin there. So, who else is in? John Scallywag, nice to see you, John. Well, we'll just sit here and I'm going to noodle a bit and tinkle around, make sure we're get all the regulars in. Hopefully the regulars are there if you're watching. Hi Claire, just up the road. Hope you can probably hear me from where you are. We've got some requests later on coming up, and lots of birthdays, of course. So if you've got any, I've got a little open requests medley this evening. For some food songs. We're going to do a little foods request medley this evening. If you've got any particular food songs that you like, be them that I play or ones that I might know, then get those requests in. Faye's going to make a note of those. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. I can't remember the chords. Seem to have the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Welcome all of you joining us. Just tinkling around and noodling as we get everyone on board. Welcome everybody who's watching. Who's next? Hey Teddy, nice to see you. It's like we're in a very glamorous lift, aren't we? Adrian's in as well. Adrian in the building. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us all this evening. Lots of regulars. James is watching as well. Nice to see you, James. Well, I reckon there's probably only one more minute to go. There we go. Good evening to Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along. As I said, I'm Tom Carradine from Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along. From Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, I'm Tom Carradine. Yes, of course, I've went and entered some Groundhog Day loop. There we go. Grab your songbooks from Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along.co.uk. We're going to start with all the usual songs. Just a little warm-up medley, consider it. Here we go. It goes like this. Lambeth you've never seen. The skies ain't blue, the grass ain't green. It hasn't got that Mayfair touch, but that don't matter very much. We play the Lambeth way, not like you, but a bit more gay. And when we have a lot of fun, oh boy, hi Tricks! Anytime you're Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all. What do you find us? You know these. Every little Lambeth gal with a little Lambeth pal. You'll find us all. What do you find us? Everything free and easy, do as you are well pleasing. Why don't you make your way there? Go there, stay there. Once you get down Lambeth way, every evening, every day, you'll find us all. Rachel's in the building, doing the Lambeth walk. You know the deal with this one, this old drinking song. Hopefully you got a drink in your hands and you're giving us a sway for this one. Come, come, come and make eyes at me down at the old Ball and Bush. Da 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 da. Come, come, drink some port wine with me down at the old Ball and Bush. Hear the little German band. Da 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 da. Just let me hold your hand in. Come and have a drink or two down at the old Ball and Bush. Bush, bush. Okay, we always have this one for the West Ham fans. Let's hear you then. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. then like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding, I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Now I did get an email this week from Dom and Becky Rennie, who live in Gloucestershire, and they were telling me that they've been watching since the first week, but because the nurseries are all closed, they've had their 18-month son Oliver 24/7 all that time, and they've loved spending the time with him, but it has meant quite a lot of nappy changes. So they rewrote the lyrics, and they go like this. I'm forever changing nappies 6 or 7 times a day. They're piled up high, nearly reach the sky. Smell is starting to intensify. Nurseries in lockdown, just like yesterday. I'm forever changing nappies 6 or 7 times a day. Wow, my word, there we go. Dom and Becky, thank you so much for sending that in. Now all the regulars know this one as well. Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand. Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Well, there we go, a little bit of Let's All Go Down the Strand. That one goes out to Henry and Alice, a dedication from their mum, Joanna Holmes, who says they won't be watching this evening, but they'll be watching tomorrow morning at breakfast. They always watch it over a Friday morning breakfast. And the ABBA banana reminds them of their nanny Christine, who they haven't been able to see during the lockdown. So that goes out to Henry and Alice. Yeah, they haven't seen Nanny Christine since March. Here we go, this last one. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Have a banana. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me, just walking up and down. Here we go, big finish then. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town. Hey, there we go. Good evening, everybody. As I said, it's Thursday night. I normally say in ye olde London town. I'm in Tunbridge in Kent. I don't know where you are watching from this evening, but it's great to welcome you to my self-isolation sing-along, as I always do on a Thursday night. So it's great to have you all back watching again. 248 people currently watching. If you are enjoying this and want to share the sing-along love, then please do share this video. If you're watching on a desktop, click on the share link below the post, and then click the link that says share ... You can share that to your timeline with a little comment of come along and join the fun. Or if you've got people that you might think might enjoy this evening, just tag their names in the comments now, and they will get a direct notification to tell them to come and join the fun and join in with all the comment stream on this video rather than as a watch party. So I've got my wonderful wife Faye over here and my son Andrew. Faye's working on the comments. Now we've got a new sound setup this evening. New microphone in, a new mixer and everything. So hopefully you can hear me all right. And hopefully you'll be able to hear Faye all right as well. Here we go.
Oh, well, we'll give it a go. We'll see. We've got a couple of comments that took my fancy. One was apparently last week was the 75th anniversary of Thomas the Tank Engine. Ooh. Daniel Gillam, thank you for telling us that.
That's all I know.
Lovely. I thought it would trigger that. And Karen Hancock says there is a rumour going round that you are sans trousers.
There is a rumour. No, I do have trousers on. Though what I don't have, I've got sandals on, I'm afraid. I've got sandals on this evening.
Oh, don't show the world.
Sorry, my feet were very, very hot, so I didn't put shoes on. So, no, I do have trousers on. And actually, I kind of angled the camera as well, so you can make sure you could see those as well. So, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for watching this evening. We've got quite a lot of shout-outs and birthdays, and so many requests this week. I can't tell you how many I've had through the through my website request form. So please, apologies if I haven't got to your request this week. It is on the list and I will get through to it as soon as I can. But I've tried to prioritise kind of things, and for birthdays and shout-outs and things like that. So apologies if I don't get around to your shout-outs this week. They will be in next week or the week after. So a huge shout-out to, I think Ellie and Sean are watching. 3 wonderful nurses who are regulars at Mr. Fogg's Tavern, where I would normally be on a Thursday night singing along. So that's a huge shout-out to Ellie and Sean. Now, they quite like all the sing-along stuff I do at Mr. Fogg's Tavern, so I thought I'd treat you to a little sing-along Classics of the Future medley. This is on page 4 of your songbooks, which you should have got there from my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. This is a little selection of the songs I think will be sing-along classics in the future, and hopefully you're going to agree with me. We're going to start with a little bit of Queen. Here we go. Let's hear then. Are we warmed up? Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun. It's too high for me. And now I've gone and thrown it all away. Let's see you at home then. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. Here we go, how about a bit of the Beatles? In a town where I was born, lived a man who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed up to the sun, till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in a yellow submarine. All together then, here we go. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine. How about this one? Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe that sleep out of your eyes. My shaving razor's cold and it stings. Let's see you at home. Cheer up, sleepy dream. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? One more time. Cheer up, sleepy dream. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Bit of Tom Jones for you. Here we go. I saw the light on the night that I passed by the window. I saw the flickering shadow of love on the blind. She was my woman. As she deceived me, I watched, coming out of my mind. You know the chorus. Let's hear that sing-alongers. My Delilah. La 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 la. Why, Delilah? La 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 la. So before they come to break down the door, forgive me, Delilah, I just couldn't take any more. Where it began, I can begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Who chose the keys for this one? Was it the spring? And spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Let's hear that, here we go. Hands, touching hands, well maybe not. Reaching out, touching you, touching me. All together in sweet Caroline. Whoa, oh, oh, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I'm official Scottish national anthem. When I wake up, yet I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yet I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, yet I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I have up, whatever havering is, well I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering for you. All together! And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Let's hear echoes. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. One last time. Well, I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun-da-ga-dun-dun-dun. Hey, there we go. Give yourselves a round of applause. Beautifully done, all singing along at home. I hope, there we go, perhaps those will be the sing-along classics of the future. Who knows? We shall only see, really, I suppose. Lots of comments coming in I can see on but my eyesight's not good enough to read it off my phone. So over to my wonderful wife, Faye, on the comments over here.
Okie dokie. Right. We do have a call out for somebody who I think, a group of people who will know if you're doing this right.
Ooh.
The Colin players watching it.
In Hey, hello.
Emily Everard says she spotted your Toffs cup.
Hey, yes, the one. I'll talk to you a bit more about Toffs a little later on.
And so many comments about those sandals.
The sandals? What's wrong with the sandals?
No, so there's been a variety. We've had Chris Scotton being horrified that you are not wearing them with socks. Adrian Pruth says for shame. However, Judith Dolby is pleased that you are not wearing the socks. So there's a little bit of a socks and sandals.
It's like Marmite, isn't it? There we go.
And another comment, Parker McIntosh is getting through sewing some buttonholes, and the sing-along is helping with that. Making some World War I style shorts to go with a 1911 pith helmet, which I thought you'd appreciate.
Absolutely. Parker McIntosh, a good friend of mine from Instagram, who is over in British Columbia. So hello, nice to see you. Hopefully your buttonhole. Don't get lost. Don't get lost in these. So there we go. Well, we got some birthdays in this evening as well. A few shout outs to this one to Emily in Bidborough. She's 12 Friday. From Grandpa Frank. Now, apologies, Olga Farrar, last week I made a mistake on her birthday, so I'm going to give her a shout out again this week. Her birthday was on the Tuesday just gone. Olga, happy birthday for last Tuesday. And Will Fox, who's another chum over on Instagram, whose birthday's on Sunday. Hi Will, this is a birthday shout out for you. So we're all going to sing happy birthday all together, as usual for anybody whose birthday is this week. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emily, Olga and Will. Happy birthday to you. Hey, there we go. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, as I said, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing Along, you can like me on Facebook, tweet me on Twitter, pin me on Pinterest, add me on Instagram. You can do whatever anybody does to anybody on LinkedIn. I still don't know, and I've been doing this for a while. So, of course, if you're enjoying this evening, you can also share the link. Share the link below the video if you're on a desktop or a laptop, so that people can join in with this comment stream and this live video rather than a watch party as well. It's great to welcome you this evening. Now, we've had lots of requests this week, trying to squeeze them all in as I can, but this one was one particular one I picked out. And we've had a request. I first came across this song through Jeeves and Wooster, the wonderful Jeeves and Wooster adaptation that starred Hugh Laurie. And there's some lovely little moments where Hugh Laurie sits at the piano as Jeeves, as Bertie Wooster, sorry, and tinkles away with songs from the 1920s. This is a song from 1926, written by a singer and a composer who I absolutely adore called Leslie Sarony. But it's kind of thought of, really, it was kind of made popular in the States, really, in American recordings of it. It is called 47 Ginger-Headed Sailors. Yes, I've been practicing it as well. It's a bit of a tongue twister in places. So you've got sing-along lyrics for the chorus on page 5. This one goes out to Virginia Appleton and Carol Hancock, who requested this. Karen Hancock requested this over on my Carradine Cockney Sing-Alongers page. If you like what I do, again, you can join me over on my Facebook group, which is Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers. If you search for that, you'll be able to find it. And that's a little kind of fan page for me, and it's a place where I go live after the show for what I've now coined the lockdown lock-in, for a little bit of a chat after the show this evening, as I kind of unwind and take my collar off after the show. I have a little bit of a chat with you, and we can talk more, and I can play requests as well. But yeah, feel free to join me over on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers page if you want to. But this is a little bit of Leslie Sarony. Goes out to Virginia and Cat, and remember the. Now there's a good ship, HMS Robin, on a home trip. Up and down she's bobbing, and the crew's pretty tough. The weather's so rough, they're all fed up and say that they've had more than enough. I got a brother, he's an able seaman, and they call him Redhead Tom. I wanted to say I'll meet you, and with your pals I'll greet you. And who do you think I got a message from? 47 ginger-headed sailors coming home across the briny sea. And the way the journey, they start the party with a heave-o me hearty. But the 47 ginger-headed sailors, you can bet you're gonna hear the sailors. As they step ashore, there'll be a mighty roar for 47 ginger-headed sailors. Let's hear you! 47 ginger-headed sailors coming home across the briny sea. When the anchor's weighed and the journey's made, and they'll start the party with a heave-o me hearty. 47 ginger-headed sailors, you can bet you can't hear them when they hail us. An old mate down in Devon says my idea of heaven is 47 ginger-headed sailors. Hey, there we go. A little bit of a silly song from 1926. They're written by the wonderful Leslie Sarony. So, now where are we going? Another request we've had. This is for a beautiful song. This has been requested by Han and Henny van Alst. I'm not entirely sure where they're from. They didn't mention it in the requests on my website. But they say that they've over the years they've visited London many times and kind of come 2 or 3 times a year. But unfortunately, due to their age and their health, they haven't been able to return as often. So, Bell song, 1969. So it's a little bit of Streets of London. Now we have got this page 7 in your songbooks, and it goes something.
I'm just going to jump in before you start that. There have been a few comments that the feed is cutting out, so I don't know if there's any problems.
Bear with me a second, guys.
I don't know. I haven't got. I'm still trying to catch up with all the comments.
There we go. Hopefully that's working now. Brilliant. I'm now running all my data, so hopefully that's working better. There we go. Yeah, I'm not as delayed on this one. So sorry if you missed some of the lyrics on 47 ginger-headed sailors there, but there we go. I'm now streaming on data, so this should hopefully help. Everyone back. Hopefully you are back on watching. There we go. Still 285 of you, so thank you very much for sticking around. This is for Han and Henny. Han and Henny. Page 7 in your songbooks, here we go. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up his paper? Give us a thumbs up or a comment if it's all working.
Yeah,
is it working?
Comments are generally, yep, it's better now.
Brilliant. My problem for being on Wi-Fi.
You never trust the Wi-Fi.
Never trust the Wi-Fi. We changed our Wi-Fi provider last week. So I thought it was going to be better, and to be honest, I hadn't clocked that I was streaming on the Wi-Fi. So I'm glad that we're working on the 4G now. There we go. A few more shout-outs this evening. Huge shout-out to Sam from Tunbridge Old Fire Station, who is in Madrid with his family. His wife works over there, and his daughters are over there as well. But Sam's stuck out there at the moment. Would normally be jigging between Tunbridge and Madrid. So huge shout-out to Sam. He was very kindly sent us a case of the Tunbridge Old Fire Station cider, which is going down very well on these very warm days. So huge shout out to Sam. Thank you so much for that. That's keeping us going through this evening in my Toffs cup here. Talking of Tunbridge people, A huge shout out from Emily Everard to her husband Preston, who's been furloughed during this time. Emily's still working through, but she wanted to say a huge thank you to Preston for just doing everything around the house, cooking and cleaning and all of that. So she's saying a huge thank you, Preston, to you. And also a huge shout out to Mark Shanks and all the guys and gals from Mad Sal's Dockside Music Hall over they're in San Francisco. Part of the great Dickens Christmas Fair over in San Francisco. So a huge shout out to you guys who are watching, if you're watching this evening as well. I have got a request for you coming up, but it won't be until next week until I do a transcription of that song for you. And of course, another shout out to Gary Lutton, a nurse from Belfast. Hi, Gary, who's definitely watching this evening. So a huge shout out to all of the nurses, doctors, paramedics, care workers, carers, teachers, bus drivers, anybody who is keeping this country going. A huge, huge shout. So I'm going to raise my glass to you for keeping going and keeping us all going.
I've got a couple. We've been told reliably by Jill Hunter and Jackie Nunn that to haver means to talk nonsense.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot of what I'm doing on an evening. Thank you, Jill. Thank you.
Also, a message from Sarah Jane Buckley to Ginny saying, hope she feels better soon.
Aww.
And back on the sandals, Thomas Pearhart says, at least you're not wearing Crocs.
Oh, very much, very much. I would say something disparaging about Crocs, but I better. I can't. You can't get political on these things, can you? Really?
Crocs have a place in the wardrobe.
They have a place in some people's wardrobes. Yes, let's say that. So there we go. Fantastic. Well, now have we had any requesting for? I didn't really mention it for food songs.
We have. So although Ash White came in with a pun of roll out the potatoes.
Cheers, Ash.
Thanks for that, Ash. The Marrow song has been requested by two people. One by Carl Lewis for his wife Jenny, and also one for Amanda's mum Leslie Hyde, who was 70
Well,
yesterday.
it's on my list, Amanda. Yeah, that's the reason why I was going to do a food medley. Of course, it was. So it was Leslie's birthday yesterday, was it? You say?
I've just got it for her mum's birthday, but I think I saw another comment saying it was yesterday.
Okay, there we go. So Leslie, happy birthday! Of course, I should be celebrating with you this weekend. We did have a party booked that I was going to play for with you and Robert and Amanda and the whole family and all your friends to celebrate for your birthday. So a real shame we can't do that this weekend. So yes, the Marrow song is for you because Leslie and Robert and Amanda and the family brought me, last time I was at Wilton's, they bought me a huge Marrow that they'd grown especially for me. I was very, very touched, so thank you for that. Yes, the Marrow song. Now, have we got any more requests for food songs?
We have boiled beef and carrots.
Yeah, that's
of
doable.
Course, from Will Fox. And Food Glorious Food.
Okay, here we go then. We're going to start with a little bit of the Marrow song. Now, whether you've heard the verse for the Marrow song before, it goes like this. Now, down the road there lives a man I want you all to know. He grew a great big marrow for the local flower show. When the story got around, they came from far and wide. And when the people saw the marrow, everybody cried. What did they cry? Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. Oh, what a beauty. It must be 2 foot long or even more. It's such a lovely colour, so nice and round and fat. I never thought a marrow could grow as big as that. Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. Once more with feeling, I've never seen one as big as that before. Now there is a second verse. He was leaning on the garden gate the other day when he beckoned to a lady who lives just across the way. He took her down the garden path and showed it her with pride. And when she saw the size of it, everybody cried. What did they cry? Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. Have a banana. Oh, what a beauty. It must be 2 foot long or even more. It's such a lovely colour, so nice and round and fat. I never thought a marrow could grow as big as that. Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as that before. Once more with feeling, I've never seen one as big as that before. Roll up your trousers, I've never seen one as big as that before. Now where are we going? Boiled beef and carrots. Oh, boiled beef and carrots. Boiled beef and carrots. That's the stuff for your Derby Cow. Makes you fat and money keeps you well. Don't live like vegetarians on food they give to parrots. From morn till night, blow out your kite. Boiled beef and carrots, and a little bit of Oliver for you. Food, glorious food, hot sausage and mustard. While we're in the mood, cold jelly and custard, peas pudding and saveloys. What next is the question? Which gentlemen have it, boys, in digestion? Food, glorious food, we're anxious to try it. 3 banquets a day, our favourite diet. Just picture a great big steak, fried, roasted or stewed. Oh, food, wonderful food, marvellous food, glorious food. Hey, a little impromptu food medley for you this evening. So there we go to Leslie there. Many, many happy returns. Hopefully we can rearrange that party very, very soon. Now, if you're enjoying what I'm doing at Carradine's Company Sing-Along here this evening... Oh, I'm getting itchy nose. What does that mean? I've got an itchy nose, doesn't it? I don't know whether it means anything like you've got an itchy ear. I was going to say, yeah, if you are enjoying what I'm doing, then I do have a virtual tip jar on my website. If you go across to carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk, you can put a virtual donation in there, or you can take me home with you this evening. I can play in your very, very own home with my 2 CDs, which are on a shelf over there. Many of you know about those, and many of you have got those already, so thank you so much for those who have bought those CDs. And equally, you can stream me on Spotify and iTunes too. Just search for Tom Carradine or Carradine's Cockney Sing Along and you'll find me there. So, any more shout-outs coming in, hun?
I have had a couple of comments about where are the purple slippers. There's something about your footwear. People are obsessed.
Well, because the problem is it's out of shot, I suppose.
We have had... have we missed the boat with the food thing?
Oh, what do we want?
We just had cucumber.
Of course.
A bunch of coconuts.
And
a straight banana.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. You give them a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's what the showman said. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. There stands me wife, the idol of my life, singing roll a bowl, a ball, a penny, a bitch. All together, singing roll a bowl, a ball, a penny, a bitch. Singing roll a bowl, a ball, a penny, a bitch. Roll a bowl, a ball, roll a bowl, a ball, singing roll a bowl, a ball, a penny, a pitch. I like pickled onions, I like piccalilli. Pickled cabbage is alright with a bit of cold meat on a Sunday night. I could go tomatoes, but what I do prefer is a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of cucumber. What was the last request?
Straight banana.
Oh, now I've seen lots of funny things in my time, but there's one thing that I've not seen up till now. For years and years and years I've kept on searching, but I haven't had enough on how to find the thing I'm searching for. Around the world I've been, and let me tell you what it is I haven't seen. No, I've never I've never seen a straight banana. I've looked everywhere, I've seen bananas standing up and seen them lying down. I've found anything that night Africa, Jamaica or Havana. No, I've never I've never seen a straight banana. I really ought to learn the lyrics for that one. There we go. You caught me off guard on that one, whoever suggested straight banana. Great song though, wonderful, wonderful song. So apologies for the lyric slips in that one. Now, oh, I had the great fun, where are we, Thursday? Yesterday morning, for going on Vic Minutes show on BBC CWR, Coventry and Warwickshire Radio. Shout out to any of my friends who are in the Midlands watching this evening. Yeah, I was on BBC CWR in the morning. I took part in the Snake Escape online radio quiz show. Which was great fun with Vic. Vic's a wonderful radio presenter, and I was on her show a couple of weeks ago on VE Day talking about all the sing-along stuff I've been doing around VE Day. But yeah, I was on the programme yesterday and I had a little bit of a chat about sing-along, but also, as I said, I played the game. I didn't win. I got 6 points. Someone on Monday got 8 points. So, hey. But one of the questions, which I used my bonus for, was, now here's one for you. Chaz and Dave, wonderful Chaz and Dave, had only one top 10 hit. Sorry, not top, number one hit. Was it Rabbit, Gertrude, or Ain't No Pleasing You? Chaz and Dave only had one top and number one hit. Was it Rabbit, Gertrude, or Ain't No Pleasing You? Answers on a postcard, pop them below. And as I get my music up, I will tell you what it was. Who's first with a... Anyone with a comment there?
I'm got down there. I can't keep up.
Fake. Well, I'm going to tell you. The answer was Ain't No Pleasing You. And thankfully I got it right. Considering that I know Chaz's daughter, the wonderful Kate Garner, who's a fantastic singer and specialises in 1920s, 30s songs. And she's a wonderful composer as well. She's actually been live streaming on Twitter on a Sunday. Kate Garner's Sunday Best for a little afternoon tinkle. I think it's kind of around 5 o'clock, 5:30. So definitely go and have a look out for her on Twitter. Kate Garner, she's wonderful. And plays a lot of the old... she plays a lot of old, wonderful 1920s, 30s songs. And some of her own writing as well. So keep an eye out for that. But no, Ain't No Pleasing You. There we go. Hopefully you're going to know this. This is on your songbooks. Page 6 in your songbooks. Here we go, let's hear you then. When I built my life around you, did what I thought was wrong. You never cared about me, now I've seen the light. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. You seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along. Oh darling, no pleasing you. You only had to say the word, and you knew I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, but you went and blew it. Now everything I've ever done was only done for you, but now you can go and do just what you want to do. I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. And you seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. You only had to say the word, and you knew I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, and you went and blew it. Now everything I've ever done was only done for you, but now you can go and do just what you want to do. I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. Now if you think it on me when I say that I'm only bluffing, you got another thing coming, I'm telling you that for something. Oh darling, I'm leaving, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh darling, I'm leaving, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, there we go, wonderful bit of Chaz and Dave for you this evening. Oh my word, it's warm in here. I hope you had a lovely day being outside in the sun. Lovely, lovely day today. I see lots of comments and things coming in. Over to Faye. Yeah,
we've got a few. A big hello to Vicky, Susanna Cater's sister, who's on her first sing-along. So
hey!
Hello. And also, I've had a couple of things in about your itchy nose.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Apparently, it means you're going to have an argument, so expect conflict,
no,
which worries me slightly. But Dean Turner says it means you've got a long tash.
It does indeed.
So
there we go. Which actually is growing even longer. I haven't trimmed it in the lockdown yet. I think I'm just going to keep it growing, and we'll see what happens. So watch this space.
A couple of other ones. A shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Green from Sarah Mercer, and I will also add to that to wish my sister Lynn Green all the best for her operation tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a little fact about Chaz and Dave.
Oh, go on.
Apparently, they were originally set to sing the Only Fools and Horses theme tune, but they couldn't. I don't know if they physically couldn't or if there was another reason.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, of course, then both of them wrote songs for Only Fools and Horses the musical, which a good friend of mine, Philip Childs, is in at the moment in the West End. With Paul Whitehouse, they wrote the songs with that, and then unfortunately, dear Chaz passed away a year or so ago. So yeah, but what a great legacy! What fantastic legacy! All that Rockney music that they wrote, Chaz and Dave. And great music hall fans, of course. They were huge fans of Harry Champion, one of my favourite music hall performers as well. So yeah, keeping that kind of music hall spirit alive. Talking about keeping music hall alive, here's a bit of a requests medley for you. We've got a few of these. This first one goes out to the wonderful Heather Crosskey, who is a good friend of mine from the CAA. For those of you who don't know, the CAA is well, it sounds very grand when I say it's my club. It's a club I'm a member of. It's the Concert Artists Association, or AKA the Club for Acts and Actors. It's a wonderful kind of a little club. It's a bar and a concert hall, a little stage and a piano on Bedford Street in the West End. Though of course they're closed at the moment, so it's a real shame to not regularly meet up with friends and all the other members of the club there. But yeah, hopefully it won't be long before we can be back. They have wonderful Monday evening concerts where members are invited to perform and regularly do. So it's great fun. So this one goes out to Heather from the CAA and all of my other CAA friends. Anyone who's watching, this is an old World War I song. If I can remember the lyrics, I might have to bring it closer. Once in the dear days beyond recall, when on the world the mist began to fall, out of the dreams that arose in happy throng, lo, to our hearts love sang an old sweet song. And in the dusk, where fell the firelight gleam, softly it wove itself into a dream. Do you know the chorus? Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low, and the flickering shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary, sad the day and long, still to us at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song. What a beautiful song from the First World War, that one. This is another one, this is the 1920s, written by Irving Berlin, this one. He wrote this for his wife on their wedding. It goes like this. This is for David Taylor. I'll be loving you always, with the love that's true, always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. There we go, that one was for David Taylor. And this one goes out to Simon Townsend, a dedication from his girlfriend Emma Smith. It goes like this. Daddy came home from work tired. The boss had been driving him mad. The kids started fighting, the dog bit him too. His dinner was nothing but warmed over stew. I guess it's then when he decided up to the rooftop he'd go. He was about to jump off when the kids started howling below. What do they sing? Don't jump off the roof, Dad, you'll make make a hole in the yard. Others just planted petunias. The weeding and seeding was hard. If you must end it all, Dad, won't you please give us a break? Just take a walk in the park, Dad, and there you can jump in the lake. There we go for Simon, that one. And this one goes out to Ben Hall. I'm Henery the 8th, I am. Henery the 8th, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before. And everyone was an Henery. Henery, she wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. No Willie, I'm a for a man named Henery. I'm Henery the 8th, I am. Now, getting slightly more modern with this one. This one goes out to the wonderful Luke Roberts, who I had the great pleasure of doing pantomime with in Tunbridge Wells. Oh, geez, about 6 years ago. I think Sarah Jane Buckley was watching earlier on as well. I've done panto with Sarah Jane. So this goes out to Luke and all his friends who are watching this evening. It's from the musical Annie. You're going to have to help me out with this one. We haven't got the lyrics, but best of luck. A little bit of Annie. I never thought I'd be singing Annie on a self-isolation sing-along, but there we go for Luke and all of his friends out there as well. I see Faye's feverishly scribbling stuff down over there.
I was just going to say, actually, I sang that very song when I was in the 1st or 2nd year at senior school, so year 7 or 8, in the school summer concert.
Oh.
So, yeah. So it took me right back. We had a little comment from Carl Lewis about the CAA, which is the Concert Artists Association, but saying it should be the Carradine Appreciation Authority. So I quite like that. So thank you, Carl.
Oh, you're very kind, Carl. Or the Civil Aviation Authority. Yes. If I mention I'm a member of the CAA, people think, what's going on? There we go. Well, we're kind of coming towards the end of the sing-along this evening, so apologies if I haven't got your request in. Oh, I do. Many apologies. Going back. The Ain't No Pleasing You goes out to some wonderful people in Belfast. That's Janine and Mark Ramsey. So apologies, a bit of Chaz and Dave there. Ain't No Pleasing You going out to Janine and Mark Ramsey, who I think are watching this evening. So apologies so much for the issues with the streaming earlier on. Sorry if I was a bit jittery, but it's probably the Toft cider I've been drinking. So many apologies for that. But as I said, we're coming towards the end. And also, I have endeavoured this evening to try and time it, because we never get through to singing the proper Goodbye medley, and I want to get through that with you this evening. So, but we're going to take us through to that. Our penultimate medley this evening is a proper musical, Cockney musical medley. I like to call it my Mockney musicals medley. It's just a collection of some of my classic songs, classic musicals that are either set in London or have Cockney characters. So, of course, we've got songs here from Oliver, My Fair Lady, and a few dedications in this one going on as well. So we're going to start with a little bit of Oliver. We are on page 7 of your songbooks. Here we go. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share. If it's a chance to be, we should see some harder days. Empty harder days, so why grouse? Always a chance we'll meet somebody to foot the bill. And the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mates. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration we can stay. Consider yourself one of us. This one goes out to all the wonderful My Fair Lady fans out there. For those of you in the know, yesterday was actually Eliza Doolittle Day. The 20th of May, as she sings in the song. So this one goes out to all you My Fair Lady fans. Especially the wonderful Holly Foster from Dartford. Here we go. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair on wood, and it'd be lovely. Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet on wood, and it'd be lovely. oh, so lovely, sitting absolutely still. Core blimey, I would never budge till spring crept over my windowsill. Someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely, 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 lovely. Well, this goes out to this next song is from the wonderful Half a Sixpence, which starred the wonderful Tommy Steele in the film. This one goes out to a good friend of mine, Finn Barnes. Finn was a banjo, or still is a banjo player, and we met while we were on the tour of Half a Sixpence a long, long time ago. And Finn and I then worked together on the tour of Cabaret, and also he played on Chicago in the West End and on tour as well. So Finn's a lovely guy. He now lives in Madrid, no, Barcelona. He lives in Barcelona. So this one's going out to him and anybody else who I know from Half a Sixpence. All lined up in a wedding group, here we are for a photograph. All dressed up in a morning suit and trying not to laugh. Since the early caveman in his fur took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the ABC. Let's hear you. Hold it, flashbang, what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old soul, blimey, what a joke, hat blown off in a cloud of smoke. Clap hands, stamp your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, rum tiddly um bum 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 bum, sticking in your family album. More, my fair lady, I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper, let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time. I've got to be there in the morning, spruced up and looking in my prime. Girls come and kiss me, show how you miss me, but get me to the church on time. If I am dancing, roll on the floor. If I am whistling, wash me out the door. For I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Kick up the rumpus, but don't lose the compass. And get me to the church, get me to the church. For God's sake, get me to the church on time. Here we go, on for all you Max by Grace fans. They've changed our local pally into a bowling alley, and things ain't what they used to be. Written by Lionel Bart, this one. There's Ted's with drape-pipe trousers and Deb's in coffee house, and things ain't what they used to be. It used to be fun, Dad nor Mum paddling down Southend, but now it ain't done. Never mind, chum, Paris is where we spend our outings. Grandma tried to shock us all doing knees and rock and roll. Things ain't what they used to be. Bit of Mary Poppins for you, here we go, let's hear you. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Hum-diddly-diddly-lum-diddly, hum-diddly-diddly-lum. Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word to save me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, this is how it goes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. La 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 la. Now raise your glasses and give us a sway for this one. Here we go. 'Cause there's a little ditty they're singing in the city, especially when they've been on the gin or the beer. If you got the patience, your own imaginations tell you just exactly what you want to hear. Oom Pah Pah, Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Oom Pah Pah, Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear Oom Pah Pah. Now Mr. Percy Snodgrass would often have the odd glass, but never when he thought anybody could see. Secretly he'd buy it, drink it on the quiet, dream he was an earl with a girl on each knee. Oom Pah Pah, Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Oom Pah Pah, Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear the last time key change. Pah Pah, Pah Pah, that's how it goes. Pah Pah, Pah Pah, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose when they hear Pah Pah. Hey, there we go. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oof, my word, I think I need to lie down in a darker room. Over to Faith for some final comments.
Just a couple of little thoughts. A couple more CAA alternatives. One, the campaign against aviation.
Yes, very, very apt.
And Deborah's cheap alcohol arrangement.
Oh, I'm liking that. Yes.
I like.
If Sam keeps sending me cider, that's a very cheap alcohol arrangement.
And the last thought, just that Half Sixpence was filmed at the Pantages in Tunbridge Wells.
Of course it was. It was indeed. Great film.
Down the road from us.
It is just down the road. Yeah, I might have to watch that over the weekend. It's wonderful. The Flashbone Wallop routine in the film is amazing. And actually, to name drop, I had the great pleasure of working with Tommy Steele for 2 years running on the tour of Scrooge. What a lovely... he's a very, very kind gentleman. And fantastic. He was amazing as... Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge in Scrooge. It was a great, a magical tour. 2 tours I did. Actually, talking about that, if you want to find out more about me or just chat after this, do come and join me for the Carradines. What did I call it? The lockdown lock-in. After the once I've finished up this. And Andrew's gone to bed in about 5 minutes. I'll be going live over on the Carradines Cockney Sing-Alongers page, which is a page for kind of fans, dare I say, or chums, friends from Carradines Cockney Sing-Along, where we can chat. I can maybe sing a few songs, and we can just have a bit of a debrief and a relax after this live stream. So if you want to do that, then just go across to Carradines Cockney Sing-Alongers group on Facebook. Click that, and I will approve you as a member. And come along and join us for a little bit of a chat after the show this evening. And you'll get to see, if you want to see what Faye looks like, then come along, because Faye will be joining me for a bit of a chat after that. So there we go. Hope you've had a fantastic evening, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. As I said, if you like what I do, thank you so much for sharing this evening and getting people watching as well. And because there is so much other online live content at the moment. So thank you so much for choosing to spend a Thursday evening with me. It's much appreciated. Of course, if you fancy throwing some coins my way, being an out-of-work musician, I would appreciate it greatly. So if you fancy doing that, then my tip jar is on my website. Again, keep an eye on for next week for the sing-along lyrics. Get your requests in through the website. And so a huge, huge thank you to, of course, to Marcus, my technical wizard behind the scenes, who's doing a lot of behind the scenes work this evening. So thank you, Marcus. A huge thank you to Faye over here on comments. Woo! The Faye needs her own fan club, her own Faye Carradine Appreciation Club. The FCC, CCC. And of course, a round of applause for your very good selves. As I always say, there is nothing more embarrassing than a sing-along sung alone. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. Now, we have got 2 minutes. So I'm going to attempt to get through... Oh, sorry, we're going to do the whole of the Goodbye medley. Last couple of pages of your songbook. Here we go. Goodbye, goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye. Though it's hard to part, I know. I'll be tickled to death to go. Don't cry, don't sigh. There's a silver lining in the sky. Bonsoir, old thing, cheerio, chin chin. Now poo, toodaloo, goodbye. And of course this one. Show me the way to go on. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Tell me about it. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head. Wherever I may roam, on land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing this song. Show me the way to go home. Have we got any Sound of Music fans out there? I did a year on the road with the Sound of Music as the children's musical director, so I dread to think how many times I played this song. Here we go. There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the hall, and the bells in the steeple too. And up in the nursery, an absurd little bird is popping out to say cuckoo, cuckoo. With the actions, cuckoo. Regretfully they tell us, but firmly they compel us to say goodbye to you. Let's see you at home. Here we go. 2, 3. So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. 2, 3, 4. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, 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 to you and you and you. So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes! No! Boo. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I live and heave a sigh and say goodbye, goodbye! Oh, jeez. No chance of that this evening. Here we go, Brigitte. I'm glad to go. I cannot tell a lie. I flit, I float, I fleetly flee, I fly. Here we go, channeling your inner Gretels. The sun has gone to bed and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, 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 goodbye. Here's the last one then. Once upon a time there was a live stream where we used to raise a glass or two, or three, or four. Remember how we laughed away the hours? Laughed away the hours? And dreamed of all the great things we would do. You know the chorus. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Those were the days. Oh yes, those were the days. Then the busy years went rushing by us. We lost our starry notions on the way. If by chance I'd see you in the tavern, we'd smile at one another and we'd say, what would we say? Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days. Sad verse. Just tonight I stood before the tavern. Nothing seemed the way it used to be. In the glass I saw a strange reflection. Was that lonely woman really me? Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Those were the days. Oh yes, those were the days. Last verse now. Through the door there came familiar laughter. I saw your face and heard you call my name. Tom! All my friends were older but no wiser. But in our hearts our dreams are still the same. Last chance, here we go. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose. For we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. La 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 la. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days. There we go, have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, everybody. Have a great week, stay safe, and I'll see you this time, 8:30 till 9:30. Again, this week, if you're going to join me in about 5 minutes over on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers. For us, I take my collar off and have a bit of probably a bit of a rest. I need to lie down in a darkened room. So thanks very much. Have a great week. See you all next week. Bye.